Yeah, in about a minute you'll hear it, but you might hear it. Yep. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the eye dotting and blessing ceremony for the 2022 Concord Pacific Dragon Boat Festival. My name is Dominic Bligh. I am the Development, Marketing, and Operations Director for Dragon Boat BC. I'm delighted to welcome all of you here today, and also a very special thank you to Danny Kwan and the Han Sing Athletic Club for the line dance to begin today's special ceremony. Today is a special, happy day. We are very pleased to be bringing these dragons to life for the first time, thanks to the support of Concord Pacific and the province of British Columbia. This year at the festival, 18 new dragon boats will be racing on Falls Creek for the first time in the same spot where Dragon Boat began in Canada at Expo 86. But before I begin, I would like to invite Chief Janice George, Chief Chepkemia, to the stage for a welcome. And Chief Chepkemia is someone that we've met and worked with very closely now for a couple of months. We're delighted to have her join us today, also be one of our artists for the boats. But without further ado, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you, Dominic. So grateful to the Dragon Boat Festival of BC. Sorry, can you hear me? I don't know if this is too high or I'm a little short. Thank you. Thank you, Dominic. Yeah, it's really an honor, to be here today, and it's an honor to welcome you here today, especially on this land that our ancestors walked on. And if you have a minute to listen, I would love to read the speech of my ancestor who made his speech and help us win our case for Sanok. And the chief said, "I'm glad to see you. I know you come as our friend, and all my people welcome you. I have heard you speak, and these are our words to you. We do not wish to prevent the railway from entering and passing through our land. We are willing that the company should have the right of way. They now own everything here, but why do they wish to take after they have come on to our land the little that we have left. It is not long since we were told by the Queen's Reserve Commissioners that they would keep for us the land set aside many years ago. They added as much more, which they told us would be ours forever. Does the Queen wish to give us land in order to make our hearts sick by allowing it to be taken away from us afterwards? We are weak, there are only a few of us, but the Queen is strong and can do what she likes. We can only ask you to protect us. We cannot defend ourselves. It was the Queen's heart to treat us well when we received her, promised that this land would always be kept for us. Does she wish to break her word and take all our land back? I cannot think this, or you would not be here. We want you to write strongly about this land. It is our home. Our ancestors are buried here. We are willing to let the railroad pass through our land, but no more. We hope you can protect us. My people implore you to do this. We wish to cultivate the land, to look upon it as the home of ourselves and our children who come after us. Chief Japchaim's words say so much about our Squamish values, honor, and commitment to future generations. And I feel like all the work that they've done on this land that they've walked on and taken care of for all of us, left their prayerful, loving energy here for all of us to experience. Every single one of us can experience that energy and that love. And if we make that effort together, open our minds and open our hearts, we can take better care of this beautiful place that we live in. So I invite everyone to feel the energy of the ancestors that were here, walked here before us, and know that they loved you and they prayed for you as well. So I'm just so glad to welcome you here, and we're so excited about the dragon boat. Ours is the blue one. I don't want to say it's the best one, but but we really love it and we're very proud of it. And we're really proud to be here today. My husband, Buddy Joseph, and I, and the rest of my family that's here, we're very honored to be here. Osiam.
Thank you very much, Chief Chepkamia, for your words of welcome. We're very honored to be able to work with people like yourself, as well as representatives of all the other host nations, Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh, as we bring people together. We're also very happy to welcome a range of elected officials and special guests. So I'd like to also acknowledge MP Jenny Kwan for Member of Parliament for Vancouver East, MLA Brenda Bailey, MLA for Vancouver Falls Creek, Councillor Rebecca Bligh, who is currently Deputy Mayor as well, Councillor Sarah Kirby-Young, Commissioner, there he is, Stuart Mckinnon, current Chair of Parks Board, as well as his colleagues, Commissioners John Cooper, John Irwin, and Gwen Giesbrecht. As well, we want to recognize a couple of diplomatic representatives that are here with us today. The Consul General of France, Nicolas Baudouin, as well as Principal Consultant for Western Canada, Catherine Yoon from the Hong Kong and Economic and Trade Office. We're very honored to have all of you here representing all of your different constituencies, and we're happy that you can join us for this special occasion. I'd like to invite MP Jenny Kwan to the stage for a brief remark.
Thanks very much, Dominique, and good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Jenny Kwan. I'm the Member of Parliament for Vancouver East, and I'm so delighted to be here. Let me first acknowledge the First Peoples, the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh peoples for allowing us to gather here to work, to live, and to play in their unceded Coast Salish territories. I also want to take a moment and to acknowledge all of you, the people who've put the hard work into celebrating our communities and our culture. And in this instance, we're talking about the Dragon Boat Festival, and I'm particularly attached to it because I'm a former dragon boat paddler. Now, that was many years ago. And but back in those days, when we brought this together in our community and to participate in this event, it meant so much. And behind me, you'll see the on the stage, the recognition of our ancestors and the procedures that I assume we'll carry on a little later, and the culture that comes with it, and the importance of that culture. The chief talked about culture and what it means, and that history and that tradition for all of us. And for those of us from the Chinese community, the Dragon Boat Festival comes with specific culture and understanding as well. And my mom, during this period, would do these rice wraps. Students in Chinese, and there's a history and a story that goes with it, and this is what we're celebrating: the coming togethers of communities and the coming togethers and celebration of each other and who we are, and with our history that comes with it. That's what makes Canada strong. That's makes who we are. And I always say we are the faces of the world, and I'm so ever grateful that this multicultural mosaic makes us so great and so strong. So with that, I want to say thank you as well to Concord Pacific, to all the organizers, the volunteers in putting together these events, and the beautiful, beautiful dragon boats. Back in the day, I did not have one of those to paddle in, and but it is absolutely glorious to see this. So congratulations to everyone for a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MP Kwan. I think MLA Bailey might be taking names for her boat a little bit later on, so she might be contacting you. There you go. I'd like to invite to the stage MLA Bailey for a couple of words.
There we go. Further adjustments. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, and so lovely to see everyone out here on this beautiful, beautiful day that we have. It's a great honor to be here representing Minister Melanie Mark, who is the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, and unfortunately was unable to attend today. It's a pleasure to speak to you today and have the honor to be here on the unceded territory of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh peoples. And I thank you for your incredible words this morning that were so moving. Thank you. Thank you to the organizers. You guys are just such strong advocates for this sport. And it's a real pleasure to have the opportunity to be here for the second time. Last year, I was able to participate on it's a huge honor to get to do the dotting of the I's, but we did that indoors last year. So what a great treat that we get to be outside. I'm representing the provincial government here on the stage today, and I'll share with you that we recently announced a $3.8 million fund to cover capital costs for particular projects in the nonprofit sector. And I just couldn't have been happier when I found out that $173,000 of those dollars went to the International Dragon Boat Society and contributed, I understand, to the beautiful boats that we'll be seeing more of today. And why does that matter, right? Why does that matter, building some boats? Why is that important? It's important because this festival, and those of you who have participated know this better than I, is much more than just a sporting event. We live in, we're so blessed to live in a country, a province, and in this case, our city, that is so deeply multicultural. And yet we see tears in that fabric. And it's so important that we all continue to work together to ensure that we have understanding and respect towards each other's culture. And it's much easier to say than it is to do. And you guys kind of do it sneaky, which I think is very successful. People might be interested in the sport of dragon boating, but they learn so much about the culture that comes with dragon boating. It's a truly beautiful intersection of sport and multiculturalism. And it's one of the reasons that our province is so devoted to supporting this and really also to celebrating the great work that happens through this wonderful, wonderful sport. As mentioned, I'm working on putting together a team of MLAs and other politicians into a boat. Jenny, I've got my eyes on you and fellow councillors. I see some waves. So we too can have that wonderful experience. So no such thing as a bad short speech. I'll leave the stage now with my gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MLA Bailey. I'd like to invite Councillor Bligh to the stage for her remarks.
You can call me Rebecca. Yeah. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Dom, and thank you very much for inviting me. I have a couple notes because there's so many amazing things to talk about when it comes to this year's Dragon Boat Festival. I don't want to forget anything, so bear with me. So first, I'd just like to say thank you for inviting me to join you today on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish people, the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh. And we thank them for having cared for these lands since time immemorial. I'm honored, as I said, to be here today to witness, as MLA Bailey, the very special ancient tradition of the eye-dotting ceremony and the dragon boat blessing conducted by the International Taoist Church of Canada. I'm very excited to be here with you all. The Dragon Boat Festival is a beautiful hybrid of sport, community, and culture, and the City of Vancouver is so proud to be a partner in the Dragon Boat Festival. I'm thrilled to see this festival return to the shores of False Creek following the past 2 years of some unprecedented challenges. And I know I can speak for everyone. We're so happy to be here, to be together, to be outside, and be able to welcome this festival back to False Creek. And what a comeback it's making with 18 new boats that we get to celebrate, featuring artwork by local artists that represent the rich diversity of this region, including the culture of the host nations. They are absolutely breathtaking. So I look forward to, and please join me in looking forward to celebrating on June 24th when these boats hit the water. Roughly 130 from around the world will come to Vancouver to participate in the Concord Pacific Dragon Boat Festival, and we appreciate Concord's partnership in making this festival happen. So that's it from me as a spectator. I know I'm going to be so excited to be here. Luckily enough, I just live in the neighborhood here, so I can run right over. So I'm super pumped about this festival happening. But it's also the art, the culture, the music, the food, you know, the local vendors, all in that weekend that we're going to come together and celebrate. And so very, very exciting time. So thank you again. And may today's ceremony summon the spirit of the dragon to the waters of False Creek, charging these new boats with all its strength. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. If I could invite Commissioner Mckinnon to the stage.
Thank you all very much. I'm going to begin by saying thank you, Chief George and Buddy, for being with us here today for your beautiful boat and for this beautiful land that we share together today that you have stewarded for millennia. Thank you so much. My name is Stuart Mckinnon. I am the chair of the Vancouver Board of Parks and Recreation, and I'm joined here today by some colleagues, Commissioner Cooper, Commissioner Irwin, Commissioner Giesbrecht, and school trustee Parrott is also here. So thank you all for coming down here today. What an exciting day. You may or may not know that the Vancouver Board of Parks and Recreation has the responsibility for 250 parks, community centers, gardens, trees, and much more in this city. One of the more important ones for this event is Creekside Community Center, just across the water, which is the home of the Dragon Boat Festival, home of the Dragon Boat folks. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Donnie, for all of your support and all of the work that you put in. This is very exciting to be back on the water. It's been a couple of years. That's been too long. I'm hoping to be on the water paddling on the 24th and 25th as well. I paddle with a wonderful team called Conquering Waves, a team made up with folks experiencing, supporting, and allying with those with mental health issues. It's a wonderful team, and we're so proud to be part of this organization and to be able to paddle in False Creek. I want to stop for a sec and thank Concord Pacific, the province of British Columbia, and I see Catherine Ewan from the Hong Kong Development Trade Office here as well, who is a wonderful sponsor for many, many years. Thank you all so very much. Without the sponsorship, we wouldn't be able to do these things. Without the sponsorship, we wouldn't have these 18 incredibly beautiful new boats. I'm just so excited to get into one on the 24th. Thank you all for coming out today. As chair, I get to do a lot of things. This is probably the most special of them, the eye dotting ceremony. I hope you'll stick around to watch. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Commissioner McKinnon. Next, I'd like to invite Catherine Yun, Western Canadian Principal Consultant for the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Stuart, for the kind words. First of all, I must thank the Dragon Boat BC for including my office in this blessing ceremony at 4th Street here on the unceded land and water of Mckinnon, Squamish, and the Councillor people. Well, today especially very honored because we've got 18 new boats joining the fleet today, made possible by BC government. Well, comparing in the year 1986, Hong Kong government brought 6 teak boats here to expo Dragon Boat, and that started the Dragon Boat Galaxy. It is a significant milestone today